boys, I have a slight announcement for us. Oh. I have set up a couple of things. Number one is an official Night Off Discord. We have that now.
Beautiful.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, we
should have done that.
Yeah, there'll be an invite link in the description of all of our videos and the podcast going forward. And I set up an official subreddit as well. It's just r/Night Off Pod.
Hey.
So
well done.
Yeah.
So
same
deal.
Yeah.
You make anything fun, like any memes or anything, throw them in there.
Yeah. You want to have any discussions, anything like that? Good stuff. We got things to do.
About time.
Yeah.
About time, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for not live streaming yesterday. I had to work a double. I worked a 12-hour the Friday, and then I worked a 16-hour on Saturday.
Oh, no.
Yeah, kind of the same deal. Like, I did not have time to... I wanted to, like, live stream along with Money in the Bank, but we were doing stuff. We had my girlfriend's mom's birthday yesterday and stuff, so just didn't have time to actually, like, get back and start streaming. It would have been, like, 10 o'clock at night, and, like, all right, the Money in the Bank's already over.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got off at midnight, got home at 1. Well, a little bit before 1, technically, but still, basically 1.
Yeah.
And then the dog decided, hey, it's playtime. I want to play. So I had to play with her for like a half hour, and then I passed out. And then I woke up at 5 and had to do it all over again.
Yeah.
With the dog.
Yeah. Yeah. I tried watching Money in the Bank last night. Started it. It was in the women's Money in the Bank match. My girlfriend was coming out of the shower, and she sat down next to my desk, just, watching along, seeing what's happening. And she was like kind of like squatted down a little bit. And one of the cats made a noise. And she reacted, and because of where she was squatted down, she jumped up a little bit and hit her tailbone directly on the corner of our bookcase that's next to my desk.
Oh no! So that's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah, like immediately afterward, there's like a cut, like right at the crack on the top, and I just,
that stings.
Yeah, she went to go clean it, and I grabbed her an ice pack, and that was kind of like, okay, I'm watching Money in the Bank in the morning now, because we're gonna make sure she's good, and before we have to like go to like emergency care or some crap. Yeah, luckily she's good. She's at her waxing appointment now, so she's fine.
Oh, that was way worse than I thought you were gonna say.
But
oh man,
that's kind of my segue into talking about Money in the Bank.
Nice.
Man, I thought it was gonna be like lighthearted, like the cat scared a fart out of her or something.
No,
which would have been funny, but man, that is not funny.
No, farts are always funny. This was not that.
This is not funny.
Yeah.
Careful though, because of how much that portion of your body stretches and stuff a lot. She needs to be careful of that wound actually expanding.
Yeah.
I've seen it before where it gets worse. So watch it. Put some stuff on it.
Oh yeah. Cleaned it yesterday. When she gets back from her appointment, probably gonna be like, hey, take your shower, and then we're gonna field dress that wound. It's tiny. It's a tiny cut, but still.
It's just with the area because it's always covered, so it rarely ever gets uncovered for a lot of people. So you just got to be careful.
Yeah, but
all of you at home too.
Yeah, keep a first aid kit in your house.
Use that stuff that's basically super glue.
Yeah, and travel with a stop the bleed kit too. Do that. Take that course and travel with that.
Yep. And learn the Heimlich maneuver, because so many people think they know it and they don't.
CPR as well.
That one
basic
too.
First aid.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah, get certified. So you can protect your brothers and sisters out there on the streets in LA.
Yeah, Jesus. Speaking of LA, though, our location for Money in the Bank.
Oh yeah, that's true. That also happened there too, Alex.
Yes,
it was.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw this out right at the top. I don't think they should do anything more in the Intuit Dome. I think the lights on the seat makes this whole place look like a third full instead of like the actual number of people there. Like the place looked kind of empty in the beginning, didn't it?
I think it's because of how wide everything is in that place.
Yeah.
It doesn't help. Like you get more leg room, yeah, as a person there. But it does look a little off when you're looking at it. It does look less packed.
Yeah. It's so like exactly like you said, the wide seats, the lights on like the armrests just makes it look like there's a bunch of like empty space there. It doesn't look like a hot venue.
It looks like a fun place to go though.
Oh yeah.
Like I like the building style's really cool. Like it's great architecture. And then the inside looks like it's probably comfy as hell to sit and watch, whether it be wrestling or basketball or what have you. But yeah, for the cameras, like you need to darken it more. Like just darken it up. Put a filter on. Just
no. What they
lower
need
the
to
contrast.
Bring the house lights up a bit so we can actually see the people.
Yeah. Instead of just like their arms.
It's way too dark. But
well, that's the thing. It's either go full dark or light, more light.
Yeah,
I'm of the more dark. I don't want to see people.
You don't want to see shit. You want to pretend you're alone in the world.
That's right. I don't even want to see the matches. I want to just hear the matches.
Yeah, full audio environment. You want to go to one of those restaurants where it's completely in the dark and all the wait staff are blind, so they just bring you your food in complete darkness and you just want to savor the taste.
That's right, because I was one of those people, boys, that got wrapped up in the sauce when they decided to do a radio broadcast of War of the Worlds, and have never been the same since.
Wasn't that in like 40 years before we were born?
Semantics.
Anyway.
It's only if you use the fancy math.
Yeah. What?
He still thinks that 1 doesn't equal 0.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Oh, just because I defined 1 divided by 0.
Yeah.
What's his face that used to be Rhodey? And
Yeah,
no
Terrace
Rhodey?
Howard. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Teriology, number 1.
Yeah,
Number
that's
2,
what it's called. That's what it's called.
It's not 1 equals 0. It's 1 times 1 does not equal 1. It's 1 times 1 equals 2, and therefore it throws off everything. That's what teriology is. I dug deep onto this one time, okay?
Oh, I did too, and it's bad. It's real bad math. That's not understanding the basic fundamentals.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think it's Professor Jake on YouTube. He went after a lot of like the flat earthers and stuff back in the day.
Professor Dave.
Professor Dave. Yes, thank you. Yeah, sorry, Professor Dave, for getting your name wrong. He went after this. I remember watching like a 2-hour deep dive that he did, watching all these clips and stuff and explaining how Terrence Howard is wrong. And I was like, you understand, like, Terrence Howard's gonna watch your video and go, nuh-uh, and then that's the end of it. Like, he doesn't care.
No, he doesn't care. The only thing he cares about is getting paid more than Robert Downey Jr., therefore losing his contract to be in Iron Man 2. That's what he cares about.
Oh God, it's so funny to me still. It's kind of like when you can't really figure out a contract negotiation, Alex, and then you leave it up until the last minute to do it in a way in front of camera that kind of lets you know that the contract might have been signed.
Yeah.
Wait, do you think he was using his own math to determine what his salary should be?
Absolutely.
That was the issue. Like, no, this is Iron Man 2, which is 1 times 1.
Mm-hmm.
You just blew my fucking mind. You just blew my fucking mind. I didn't even think of that. Oh my God, he probably did.
Yeah, he totally
did.
He did it to their accountant, who's like, look, I don't care what you say. I keep a balance sheet. That's what we go off of. Your math doesn't mean shit in the books, so no.
Look, well, I want this to be official now.
You do not fuck with Hollywood accountants, okay? Those guys are devious motherfuckers. You can clear like $1.5 billion at the box office, and they'll still write that shit off as a loss when the movie costs $400 million to make.
Yep. Well, because of advertising, it costs the same amount as the cost to make the movie. You pretty much have to double the cost of production.
And then they
once you add
depreciate
advertising.
everything that they bought for it. Like, we're going to use these green screens again. Those explosives, we can use that, for 2 more movies. It'll work.
We're gonna reuse the explosives.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, Michael Bay did it for The Island and like Transformers 4. Okay, it can be done.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but in my head I'm like, all right, get all that exploded gas, push it back together into a solid, and rearm it.
Yeah, we're gonna break physics. Fuck you.
Well, that's why
Thermodynamics.
the movie costs billions of dollars.
Suck my ass.
Just wait till they start trying to do that with Bruce Willis's AI.
Oh man. You know what?
And they're like, nope, depreciating value.
I saw a recent update with Bruce Willis, and he looks like he's doing okay, but I still feel bad, man. Like, that poor man, like, he was just trying to hustle his way to like a life of comfortability while his health slowly degrades over these years, and I just feel bad that, like, man, he did some real trash burners.
Dude, I feel bad for the guy too. Like, but at the same time, like, because I saw that photo from the Happy Birthday update, I believe it was like a month ago, maybe two now. I don't remember exactly how long ago. This year though,
Yeah.
I know that, and he looked good overall, and he looked happy. But yeah, you can tell like he is like this is having an effect on him, and it's unfortunate because that man was able to ride that fine line between comedy and action, and do it in such a way where both were believable, because not many could do it.
Oh yeah, I mean, many people couldn't believe he could do action right off the bat. God, first Die Hard, the dude from Moonstruck, kidding me?
Yep.
But speaking of things that didn't look great, women's Money in the Bank match, the particular spot, I think you know what I'm talking about, where Rhea Ripley's laid on a ladder and Roxanne Perez and Julia go to slam it down on her, and it just doesn't want to do it at all. It says no. It says, no, boss, I don't get paid enough for this. You're going to have to do better than that.
Luckily, they had more than one ladder to bury her with, though.
Yeah, she got buried underneath like 6 of them for a good portion of this match.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. For this was a great opener, though. Like, were there some slip ups? Sure.
Oh yeah.
The men's had it too, though. Luckily.
Oh yeah.
That also shined bright. But man, this match slapped. I got to give it to Naomi and to Stephanie Vakir. They were just hustling butt out there, dude, constantly moving.
Yeah, like, overall, great fucking Money in the Bank ladder match. Like, I don't think you could, if the couple of spots that went a little bit wonky and the things that were a little bit clunky, it's to be expected. It's a fucking 6-person ladder match. Not everything's going to be perfect. That's okay. Overall, it all worked. Like, you got what, I mean, there wasn't, this is one of those kind of like both of the Money in the Bank matches, like, there were some clear favorites going in, but they still did a decent job of teasing somebody else winning at different points throughout the match. Yeah. You know, I bought into everything. I also really appreciated in the women's match, we got a pretty clean fucking finish for a ladder match.
I was going to say, I know this is jumping the gun just a little, but I just want to put it out there. I preferred the women's ladder match over the men's. I feel like, obviously, there was a lot going on. It didn't feel convoluted like the men's did. Which we'll get to later on, but I liked how clean the storytelling was, especially between Julia and Roxanne. Yeah, that was really fun. I think that was, other than Naomi and going out there and just taking fucking bumps like a champ. And same thing with Rhea. Like one of the big highlights of this was the storytelling between Julia and Roxanne.
Main highlight for me for both of them was just excellent use of the ladders as actual weapons. Like, people getting fucking dropped on them, people getting hit with them, being used in different ways that we haven't seen a billion times already. And, you know, the classics that we also, you know, I mean, Chekhov's ladder being set up like 10 minutes into a match only to be used like 5 minutes before the finish. Like, all that stuff. It had everything that you want and expected. Even a branded ladder, because fuck it, that's what we're doing now. We're branding tables, ladders, and chairs will be next. Chairs are going to be sponsored by Snickers. I'm fucking calling it now. Okay?
Oh, can we get like official like night off chables?
Chables? Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I can Photoshop that up. Shit.
No. We be a sponsor for free though.
I don't have. Yeah, we don't have that fucking budget. Where are we gonna get that money from? I don't have Fireball money. Damn sure don't have like Slim Jim money.
I'm certain these companies just said please. I doubt there was any money involved. They just like, you know what? From the kindness of your heart, WWE, would you please allow us to show off our stuff? And you know what? WWE, known as just one of the kindest companies around that plays ball with everybody, was like, sure.
You know what we have in our budget? We have in our budget to sponsor Booker T's next Uber Eats order during NXT. That's what we have in our budget.
It's going to cost double because, unfortunately for Booker, there's no Stephanie Becker in NXT anymore, Alex.
Oh, God. Gooner T is in shambles.
I know. Oh, man. And she was a shining star in this match, boys.
She pulled double duty on the day because they had Worlds Collide earlier in the day.
3 matches in 18 hours.
Yeah. SmackDown as well.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's
3
a
matches
fucking worker.
in 18 hours. Dude. She's going to be one of those that pops up and takes a belt and holds it for a while. She might be one of those record setter types because she's a fucking workhorse, man. She's a workhorse.
They'll cut to her on Raw and be like, so what are you doing today? Nothing. I'm doing nothing today.
Well, that's kind of the story of her coming to WWE because she did that spot with AEW against Mercedes Money, put on a fucking baller fucking match, and immediately like WWE like snatched her up for less money than AEW was offering her, but they told her like you're gonna come to us and we're gonna strap a rocket to you and we're gonna push you to the fucking moon and back. And she's like, all right, heard, I'll do that.
You know, it's funny, I don't think they would have needed to do it. I think she already has that like a rocket attached to her on her own.
Oh yeah.
Her charisma is endless, and she feeds the Gooners. Like how many of us out here can say we feed the Gooners? You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't, and that's just because I haven't shown feet yet.
Well, you got to pay for those.
Yeah, you got to pay for those.
Like
that's not cheap. Yeah.
She's given like free advertisement here, and you're making people pay.
And she can fucking go in the ring,
dude. I think one of the biggest draws initially for me is the fact that she's basically dressed like Psylocke every time.
I can see it.
I'll be back in just a minute.
Okay, he's gonna go goon.
Yep, we're talking about Stephanie Becker.
Yep.
Gooning is commencing. Yeah, he even threw the headphones down. It's done. It's done.
Yeah, he's locked himself in the gooning corner. But yeah, no, her great showing. Julia, great showing. Roxanne Perez, great showing. Naomi, fucking rules. Alexa Bliss, fucking. Yep. I was like on board with Alexa Bliss winning in the beginning of it because she was putting on a fucking show, bro.
I, for a little bit, thought she was going to be taking it, and that's kind of what this match needed, was that idea that anyone could. Yeah. Everyone had their time to shine, and not in a way where it felt forced, where we get that kind of feeling sometimes. This was like everyone's taking that moment, that opportunity, and running with it. Yeah. And God, like the Code Red and Sister Abigail off the ladder. Oh my God. The booty beatdown that Stephanie Becker did to Rhea Ripley was fun too.
Oh, the Devil's Kiss. That's what they're calling it now.
Yeah, it's a booty beatdown. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's just a booty shaker. That's all it is. You might as well call it like Gooner's Delight.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of the story of like the Gooners for this match. Like they had everyone that they wanted in there, minus Liv Morgan, who was later in the show.
Yeah.
But most surprising thing, what was probably like Rhea getting taken out, kind of like throughout the match. I mean, obviously, like the crowd's on her side. Like she doesn't need the briefcase. She doesn't.
No.
But,
no, she's there to add legitimacy to whoever takes it.
Yeah.
That's the reason she's there.
I mean, she's only fucking 5'7", but she still towers over every other woman on the roster.
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact of how she's been as a character for so long that the only way to bring these other people up to that level is by like focusing on Rhea and taking out the real threat immediately, which is what they did.
Yeah. Without shenanigans too, which is key to like getting these other women elevated. Is like, no, they can stand toe to toe with a monster like Rhea Ripley without having to cheat. That's the important thing. Sure, it might take teamwork, but they still, you know, like don't get super unfair with it.
Yeah, and it still leaves Rhea looking strong. Like it's like the realization, like, oh, she was the actual threat in all this. So if they hadn't taken her out, this would have been a completely different show.
Yeah.
So I get it, and it worked because it didn't feel forced. Like every competitor still got to shine. Rhea got to shine along with Alexa at one point, and they had that stare down in between the ladder. There was some great. This could have been a closer. Like that, it was a great way to open. It was a great way to start Money in the Bank, though.
Yeah,
but it could have easily have been a closing part of the card.
If it wasn't for all the shenanigans in the men's, I would agree. But that's like storyline wise, that makes more sense.
But hey, more faith in the women's Money in the Bank match than the men's, because the men's wasn't the main event.
No, it wasn't.
So.
No, because
the men's was the mid card.
It was
technically.
Yeah.
No, this is a good thing. No. Good. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Because I feel like women's wrestling is at a point now where you would be stupid not to respect it.
Particularly in WWE, like they're on their way back. I mean, with the announcement of Evolution 2, it's very clear indication. Like, no, we're gonna start pushing the women back in the main event scene like we promised we would years ago, and we're gonna stick to it. Hopefully this time it's not just gonna be another flash in the pan, hopefully yes, a bit more parity.
Yeah, they got a lot of talent on that end.
With all the NXT call-ups, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
And with like how much talent they do have, it's hard to find ways to actually highlight them all, and this is a way to do it, especially with the women's division. Because the men tend to dominate everything.
Yeah.
So
with a roster this deep, you got to give, these multi-person matches a shot, just so we can get some time with the audience to acclimate to the new faces and get them used to being like, okay, this is what their finishing sequence looks like. This is the point where I need to get excited and get people on their feet so they can recognize it ahead of time when it happens in the future when they have a bigger match.
Yeah, and I feel like one way to get to that point is by using, and I hate to say this, but the old timers, Rhea Ripley and Alexa Bliss and Naomi, to help elevate these people. It's weird saying it. It makes you feel really old, but it's true. They're the old timers in this match.
They're the veterans. Yeah, it's crazy because Rhea's still fucking young as hell. Naomi's been around forever, but she's still young as hell. Bliss
Same thing with Alexa.
Yeah.
They're all in their Alexa and Naomi are in their 30s, but is she in her 30s yet, or is she 29? I don't think she's in her 30s yet. I don't remember. Either way, they're 28. All young.
She's 28.
That's what I thought. I didn't think she was in her 30s. Yeah, but she's a veteran. Still.
Bliss is only 33.
Game, yep. Naomi's probably like 36, 37.
37. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on the money.
Yeah, because she's been around for a bit, not just in WWE.
She's been around forever now, it seems like.
But they're all the veterans in this, and these three veterans are ones that don't need to hog spotlight either. Like, they're more than willing to share. And it's a great way to bring these newcomers, Roxanne, Julia, and Stephanie in.
Yeah. And they can
make them look strong as hell.
And they can use all of them to tell a story without a belt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about the women's division in WWE is the fact that a lot of the storylines are not belt driven.
Yeah. It's unique. But things that were completely belt driven was the late what?
We forgot to say who won, Alex.
No, we talked about right off the bat. We said Naomi. Yeah, dude.
Oh, did we say? Oh, well, Naomi won, just in case no one knew. My pick of who I wanted to win.
Yeah, who we said was going to be a terrorist with that briefcase, and I can't wait for it.
Okay, but now we can move on to something considered last minute.
Yeah, the men's intercontinental, Dominic Mysterio taking on Octagon Jr., which was set up earlier in the day at Worlds Collide in like, what was this, like a 6-minute match?
Right around, yeah. It was like a 5-minute. Yeah.
Yeah, but my God, fucking Dom with the 619 of his career. That was his best looking one I've ever seen him do, I think.
The one that didn't connect or the one that connected?
The one that did connect. The one that didn't was like, average for him.
It was average Dom.
Yeah,
it was average Dom.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was actually a really good one. This is another one of those, like, we're gonna beat up the AAA guys.
Yeah.
And just make them look awful. So we're gonna take a child star and a legacy and have another legacy go in and get his butt beat by that legacy.
Look, okay.
It's one of those games where you have the varsity take on the junior varsity team so they can kick their butt and get their confidence up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is in service of turning Dom face, okay? That's what this is.
Well, okay, so I wonder about that though, because the crowd went right back to booing him during this. So I think he already got his time in the sun where everybody cheered him.
That was his 30-second face turn.
Yeah.
Yep. This was a good match. I think Dom's really great about letting others shine.
Yes.
He's always been doing that.
Yes.
And even though this was technically a squash match for Dom and Octagon Jr.,
Yep.
Octagon still looked good.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think he looked great out there still.
His fucking springboard maneuvers are next level.
Yeah. I kind of wish he took the belt. Because Christina, I had to work while this was playing because I had to work a double, and so I didn't get to watch it as it was happening. And Christina thought she had ruined this match for me by saying Dom won, and I was like, babe. The moment I saw that Dom was facing Octagon Jr., I was like, oh well, okay, so he's retaining.
Yeah.
That's not that they're not going to give the belt to a AAA guy.
Yeah, the only time the AAA guys are going to win is in Mexico, it seems like.
Yep. Like they're not going to like Octagon's lucky that fucking El Grande Gable didn't come out and fucking do some shenanigans.
Well, no, because Mr. Iguana was in the crowd to protect Octagon Jr. from that happening.
I love that guy.
He fucking rules. He's going to move so much merch. Are you kidding me?
Dude, he was one of the best parts of the show.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh my god.
Like,
the fucking
the crowd went fucking nuts.
The bit that they did during his match earlier in the day with his iguana was hilarious. Oh god. I
tried to pin someone with it?
Yeah. I could rewatch
so
that like
good.
10 times in a row and I would not get sick of it.
It was a highlight of the whole day.
So good. He's going to be the new rising champ. That man's going places.
Speaking of rising champs, lucky underdog. Becky Lynch takes on Lyra Valkyria for the women's IC title following that. And I'm going to go with a fuck yeah. Becky delivering on the big show with Lyra being fucking dope as hell. My God. Put on a decent fucking match, right?
So this is the first time Becky's beaten Lyra, right? No, the match itself was great. Before. So I feel like this match was meant to put a rocket more onto Lyra.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it did that. I think that they don't want her to stay on this belt for very long. They want her to move up.
I'm in favor of that.
I feel like she might be the one to take the U.S. belt for a while and then move up from there. That's kind of my thinking.
Yeah.
I think she's the next like women's John Cena, basically.
Yeah.
So,
instead of Bailey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this I think is a good substitute for putting Becky in the main event top tier belt like area for a while and keep her busy with other stuff, just so like that conversation isn't in the back of people's minds while they're doing other stuff with, you know, like with Tiffy and whatnot.
Well, I mean, and if you don't have a veteran take this new belt at any point where you would expect a veteran to beat like not a newcomer, but someone who's a little bit more fresh in comparison. I think you would take legitimacy away from the belt. I think this had to happen. I think you need to have a veteran hold this belt for a little while. And because I'm not saying Lyra didn't add legitimacy to the belt, because she did. There were some real awesome matches for her defense.
Yeah, for her defense and the lead up to the tournament, like throughout, like the winning of the tournament and like her retaining the belts, all solid, except for like one.
Well, and I feel like this was like 100% for hers to lose when it comes to storytelling and all that, and she didn't lose out at all.
No.
Like, I feel like this is really going to cement. This will cement a rivalry at the very least for a while between these two, which will inevitably catapult Lyra up higher.
Yeah.
So.
Also, I want to put over Becky's gear in this. She came dressed like she was looking for a street fight, and I kind of love that about it.
Okay, so how long until she actually joins her husband? Because she came out dressed like her husband.
Her husband comes out dressed like her.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Walsh on that one. Yeah,
they come out dressed like each other.
Well, they have the same stylist.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's really easy when you can knock out two birds with one stone at the same house. Like, yeah, I get that. I would do the same thing.
It's like, just saving on shipping. Like, they gotta bundle it together so they don't pay, they get the free shipping. That's what it's all about.
I got one order of fabric. I'm doing both of your outfits. Yes, they're gonna look similar. It's the same fabric.
Is it the same designer that Crew uses?
Oh god, dude! I fucking love their stupid fucking jackets. I love it so much.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to the match. Back to the match.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this. I think the biggest part that kind of pulled me out is Lyra's top failing again.
Yeah.
This has been kind of, I don't want to say a common occurrence, but common at PLEs. So
yeah, it's the one-off gear like aspect of like, I'm getting something special made for a bigger show. It's getting done on like the wire, like in the last minute, like they're sewing things together backstage 5 minutes before I go out there type of, you know, problem that they have. Like there's another symptom of this is every woman ever wearing fishnets in wrestling, okay? They get them the cheapest fucking fishnets that tear 2 minutes into a match and they're blasted apart by the end of it, okay?
Okay, to be fair, if you get the expensive fishnets, they're gonna tear 2 minutes in.
Yes, it's just fishnets in general. Yeah. Hello, Data. Can I help you? He has just butted his face right in.
That's a love.
I mean, if you're like a Rhea Ripley type, though, that's like on brand.
It is on brand. Yeah, it's totally on brand. But I'm just saying, like all of them, always just wear something other than fishnets sometimes.
Chainmail.
Yes, chainmail fucking rules. Scott Steiner
maybe
style.
a little bit of cheesecloth.
Oh, but yeah, right into the Ben's Money in the Bank after this too.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, there's not a lot to talk about this match. Like the Becky and Lyra one, when it comes to like the in-ring stuff, it was solid. By the books.
It was solid. It was a slugfest, and it was a great. Nothing to complain about.
You could call it upset victory because it kind of ended that way, but I think the ending is what's very telling. Becky humiliated Lyra
Yeah.
by forcing her to put the belt around her waist and raise her hand up, and
Yep.
Lyra could only take so much, and decided that, you know what, the man needs to be manhandled a little bit.
Hey, she did what she said she would do.
Yeah.
She added some sprinkles on top for everyone else, but
And that's wrestling. I mean, that's just what it is. You know, I take the loss, but I'm walking out on top, and you're going to be on your back. That's just what happens.
Yep.
It's a
But
trope
it was
for a reason.
I liked the ending a lot. I think the ending was really, really good, and I think it's very telling of where this story's going. So I was happy with this. This was a fun match.
Yeah, fun match. Lyra looks good in defeat. Becky's got a belt. There's nothing like unexpected about this, but there's nothing really to be upset about because it's a well booked, well executed angle.
Yeah, there was no convolution, unlike something.
That something being the men's Money in the Bank ladder match with Seth Rollins, Solo, Andrade, Penta, not Chad Gable, and LA Knight. And my God, how many times did Penta climb that fucking ladder? How many times was Penta on the ladder while everyone else was on the floor?
I don't know. His hammy's got to be hurting today.
He went up the amount of times that John Cena has held the World Championship belt. So at least 17.
At least 17, yeah.
But he was up and down that thing a bunch.
Was.
He took a fucking beating.
Yeah. He took a fucking beating. Andrade took a fucking beating. Gable, I mean, El Grande Americano took a fucking beating.
He did.
Yeah.
He did the Gable lock at one point, and I was like, oh, that is 100% Chad Gable, until Wade Barrett had to chime in and go, no, the nipples aren't right.
Okay. Wade, Cole, and Pat debating for like 75%.
The whole match.
I was going to say like 75%. There were some moments where they weren't debating if that was Chad Gable or El Grande Americano being separate people. There were some moments where they were like, oh, that was a spot, or oh, that was a spot. But the rest of it, they were talking about the man's nipples.
Okay, this is how you know that Pat McAfee is truly best friends with Michael Cole.
Yeah. Okay,
if you didn't already know, Wade Barrett, obviously, he is gonna challenge Cole at every step on this, no matter what.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee decided to do the same, but his were always cheeky and fun, and always like with an air of like, I'm not being serious. I'm too busy playing with my toys.
God, we need a fucking petition to have Wade Barrett on every single big show, every single PLE. Because he is the best person to have on the commentary when you've got Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. Because he is just a fucking shit stirrer to the like elite level.
Oh my God. He knows how to needle Cole so well. And Pat, he doesn't know how to do those things, but he knows how to join in.
Yes, he does. Yeah, Pat's a dog piler, 100%.
Yep.
Oh,
he needs someone to go first.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it ain't happening.
Oh,
my God.
When something's working, and he's like, I can push that way.
God. Speaking of shit talking, though, I got to put over Solo in this match. Just tapping in to that fucking Uso energy, like giving me like Jimmy vibes the 1,000 times. The motherfucker can't be serious. He is trying to usurp Jimmy Uso's reign as the most unserious man in WWE. I love it.
I needed this version of him after the whole serious bloodline bit. Like, I needed this funny Solo again. Like, no shit's given. Like, I'm not taking any of you seriously anymore. I'm just gonna laugh at all of you. And god damn, does it work. Oh my God.
It's something in the bloodline. Like, they're all so good at being unserious pieces of shit. I love it.
God, when the match started, Rollins realized, oh, everybody fucking hates me. And they ganged up on him real fast.
Yeah.
And then Solo, ever the opportunist, decided to throw Rollins out of the ring, and it starts laughing and everything at Rollins, and turns around to basically be like, "Hey, good teamwork, guys," and realizes, "Oh, I am next on the chopping block here."
It was only teamwork until that guy was gone.
Yeah.
I love that he put his fist out too. He's like, "Please,
Yeah.
people, please."
Just like
Someone?
when Jimmy was in the fucking Royal Rumble, like trying to team up with people, going for like the high fives and the handshakes, and they're just like, "No, dude, what are you kidding me?" And that guy's ass beat every time.
Jimmy was the best part of the Royal Rumble, literally.
Oh yeah, every time. He's so fucking good at it. But no, great fucking convoluted, over the top, crazy fucking spots in this match.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was some
just-
crazy for sure.
Yeah,
There was convolution.
Yes, for sure. Destroyers.
And collusion.
Yes. Oh yes. Destroyers on ladders. Fucking
Yeah.
the spot where Gable climbs the ladder on the outside to the ladder that's propped up to the corner, being held down by Seth Rollins, so he can pivot and launch himself to the third ladder that's in the middle of the ring. Just perfect.
Dude, that was some Jackie Chan shit, let me
Yeah.
tell you. Like, that was straight up Rumble in the Bronx type shit. Like, no joke. I was so happy to see that point. I love spots like that where you're seeing them actually use the ladder as a way to navigate the ring and like the area in which they're fighting. Nothing better than seeing some Super Mario level shit though in the middle of a match.
And just cements that like Chad Gable is probably one of the only people that can make this El Grande Americano gimmick work, because somebody else with less, skills would never be able to get the crowd to be like, I kind of love this. Why do I hate and love this at the same time? Because it's so fucking terrible of a gimmick, but he makes it work because Gable makes everything fucking work.
I think because his wrestling style is a nice counter to the lucha kind of style, the high flying kind of lucha style, where it's more of like your heavy hitter, almost strong man in comparison, even though it's not technically, strong man.
It's shoot wrestling.
Yeah, like it works really well. And you mix it by letting him actually be a little bit lucha, like not just wear the mask, but actually let him do some like lucha level stuff. And you end up realizing like Chad might be one of the best wrestlers that's actually in that ring in the moment. Like,
Absolutely, yeah. Any ring ever. He's just that good.
yeah.
God. Rest of the match though, I'm sorry, Andrade stands, but
I wanted to bring this up. I'm glad you are.
like, dude didn't need to be there. I'm sorry.
Nope.
He just
He
didn't need to
took
be
away.
there.
Okay. So, right off the bat, he misses the super kick
Yeah.
on Rollins, and it was so goddamn noticeable with the camera. It might not have been with being in the audience, depending on your angle.
Yeah.
But if you were on a side shot of that, like a profile view, you saw the miss. There was no way that thing missed by a fucking country mile. And they acted still like he got hit. I was like, don't do that. No, you need to now act like he missed, because that's what fucking happened.
You need to turn it into something. God.
Yeah.
Like,
And this happened more than once. He went to jump over the rope, or off the rope to jump on the rope and then to the ladder. And he flopped on the rope a little bit, landed on the ground, and then hopped back onto the ladder. The spot still worked,
yeah.
but you could tell it was not what was meant to happen. Like,
I mean, the whole
I feel bad.
convoluted setup that they did with him and Penta, like trying to be like, no, you climb the ladder, no, you climb the ladder, only to set up that bit so they could do the destroyer on the other ladder that had been propped up from the center ladder. Like, oh man, was that clunky.
Well, and that's going back to earlier, where I felt like the women's was a more natural chaos. There was no convolution or anything. The men's had a lot of forced moments.
Yeah.
Like, not all the forced moments were bad, but there was a lot of moments that were definitely forced. Like, these were hard written into what was going to happen that night.
Oh, you mean like a giant branded fireball ladder?
Yeah, yeah. As annoying as that one was, you had one Chadley Gableton to take the piss out of the moment with the Creed brothers and be like, "Hey, go put this in there for El Grande Americano. He needs a favor."
Derek, that's called foreshadowing. That is something.
I know. I'm saying it was done well. That was one of those forced moments that was done really well. Because you had Chad there to actually take the piss out of the moment.
Yeah.
And make it comedy.
How come we didn't have anyone think of, we have a ladder that says fireball? Why are we not duct taping Roman candles to this and having a ladder literally shoot fireballs?
Oh man. We got to build to that. It's the first introduction of the fireball ladder. We just got the Slim Jim tables. We got to work our way up. Way up to it.
Yeah, because I mean, you don't want to go full barbed wire exploding ring right off the bat. You need to start with either barbed wire or exploding. You don't want to do both.
Yeah, unless you're in Japan, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's expected.
No, I think the big reason why it was either that or that thing sat on was the other one I was thinking during the match.
At a minimum.
Yeah.
But when you add some convolution to the mix, Walsh, like a big boy, like a big Bronson Reed, that ladder is not going to survive.
No.
It will break immediately the moment the man touches it with his pinky, which is what happened.
Yeah, that was pretty great, actually.
They had to have a second one.
Yeah. Luckily, they planned for it. Look.
Oh, man.
Okay, so with the 6 competitors in the ladder match, we then had Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker come out to then have to deal with both JC Mateo and Jacob Fatu to even everything out and clear the playing field. And
you mean Mateo Elote?
Yeah. Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry. I'm forgetting his full government name.
Thank you.
Look, I'm not upset that we got all this overbooked nonsense. Because they needed a way to explain why Seth, despite getting completely obliterated throughout this match, still ended up winning. And we also got a moment to move the story ahead with Solo and his bloodline, with Jacob Fatu being like, "I hate you now, Solo."
Yeah.
All gas, no brains.
Yeah, that's definitely a way to put it. This match had a lot of things it needed to hit, a lot of points, and I feel like there was too many. I feel like you could have done the Solo separating after this, like on a Monday Night Raw. It was fun in the moment. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I felt like it also would have worked where he could have helped. A failed attempt to help Solo. And then Monday go, "You know what? I fucking hate you, brother. Like, we're done." Like, after that, everything I did for you, and you still didn't get the goddamn briefcase. Like, no, fuck you. I hate you. Like, that would have still worked.
That would have still worked, but I don't feel like that would be in Jacob's character, because he's very much, like he says, every fucking show 5 times, he's all gas, no brakes with it. Like, he's not going to wait. He's not going to give you a moment to plan. He's just going to fucking take his opportunity the first chance he gets, and it's going to fucking be brutal.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, there is still a rivalry to be had between what's left of an already fractured bloodline and whatever we're going to be calling Seth Rollins' team at one point.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see, because there's talks of contracts, and Roman, they're looking to lower his pay substantially. Homeboy might not be getting a $12 million contract, and dudes was just casting a fucking movie. He's gonna be in Street Fighter.
As who?
I think he's gonna be Akuma.
Yo.
Are we getting old Jean-Claude Van Damme to come back as Guile?
As Guile, I would love that.
Don't know. We'll see.
So that's telling me that Roman might be done for a little while with WWE, and then contract instead.
Yeah.
Well, he's not on that much. Why would you pay him $12 million a year?
Because he moved fucking merch.
Yeah.
This man held, like, you know how John Cena held WWE together during the Dark Ages? Roman lifted the WWE into the stratosphere with the bloodline and everything and Shield and all that, where he was originally, like, I didn't like Roman initially when they ran him down our throat like a big old girthy one.
Yeah, most people didn't.
Yeah, but when he was allowed to actually take some control over his character and kind of play with his character a bit, and we inevitably got to the tribal chief, that man held together the WWE, and he lighting.
Yeah, he elevated it to where it is now. Like,
Yeah.
it's undeniable the impact that he has had as
But
the evolution of the tribal chief like grew.
that all, in my opinion, though, that all climaxed at
At WrestleMania.
The losing of the belt. I feel like this was inevitable to get to this point now, where it's either he stays with WWE and just fades into the background like John Cena did for a bit until he inevitably went on to do acting, or just jump the gun and do acting already. Like, I feel like you might as well. Fuck it.
I mean, he hasn't been on TV in how long?
God, 4 months, 5 months.
It seems
Minimum?
like forever. Yeah.
Yeah, at the beginning of the year, he was around.
Like, he did
Not
Rumble, and then he had
Oh.
like a little bit of stuff with Punk after that, and
he
like,
did
not much.
Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
No, not Elimination Chamber. I was thinking of Survivor.
Yeah.
He did WrestleMania, right?
Right.
There was 2 nights. It's hard to remember.
I'm pulling up his
Don't know.
last fucking appearance. I'm just
Yeah, just look it up because
Okay,
I don't remember.
there was the triple threat with him and Seth and CM Punk after the Rumble. And that
Okay,
was in
okay.
April. At
Yeah, okay.
WrestleMania.
So-
That was the main event on night 2, right? Or was that
Okay,
night 1?
yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Was that night 1 or what?
Night-
Night 1, yeah.
It was. God, AEW just does it better when it comes to fitting everything in one day.
God, even though it's 8 hours fucking long and there's 12 fucking matches and you're exhausted by the end of it. Or if it's just 4 hours on a weekday. God damn it.
And let me tell you, this men's Money in the Bank match felt like fucking 8 hours of matches going. With
It
how
was
many
only
things
like
were happening.
30 goddamn minutes or something like that, too.
I know, because there was so much happening all at once. It was hard to fucking keep up.
Yeah. Oh.
Which is why I think Roman is better off just not being around anymore.
Yeah.
There's too much shit happening. Like they can't focus. This is like phase 4 of fucking Marvel, boys. They had from phase 1, kind of phase 1 up into Endgame. They had a goal in.
Mm-hmm.
Then from phase 4 on, they just threw a wide net and say, let's just see what shit we grab now.
Hey, Thunderbolt's kind of fucking ruled.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's already out of theaters.
Well, I did just watch the new Captain America movie.
Dude,
Yeah.
I still haven't.
Me either.
I can watch it at any point, and I still haven't.
Mm-hmm.
I love Captain America, the character, and I
Yeah.
love Sam Wilson's Captain America as well in the comics.
Yeah.
I don't think they really know how to write this man, though. Like I just okay. Going away from WWE for a moment,
Yeah,
can we
sure.
just highlight? Okay, this actually we can still keep in line with WWE.
Yeah. Side quest.
Yeah. WWE knows how to write an African American person in writing for their shows. Marvel has way more money to play with writers and everything. Can you just hire people who know how to write like black characters? Because I feel like this Sam Wilson is like the whitest, most tone deaf, especially in this movie, version of Sam Wilson. Like the comic book version of Sam Wilson had an argument to be made about things like, God, this man's a fucking fence sitter. Like, I hate it. I
Dude.
fucking hate it.
Like, they did okay job with the Falcon and Winter Soldier like show.
Yes.
Yeah, the adventure's the same in Bucky.
Yeah.
There is one moment in the whole movie that kind of highlights that old bit.
Really?
This is without any. I'm not going to give spoilers away for the movie. There's no. If you want to see, y'all want to see
There's no
it.
point in
Obviously,
fucking spoiling
see
it.
There's nothing to spoil.
Mm-mm.
That's the other. Okay, that's actually one of the other issues.
The trailers gave the whole movie away.
They had a storyline that they originally. This is the same thing that happened with the Justice League movie and the Batman v Superman movie. Storyline they had in mind, and they couldn't follow through because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing, so they changed it.
Yeah. Look, Derek, on the bright side, they got Denzel for Black Panther 3.
God damn it.
Is he gonna be Black Panther?
I don't know. The rumor is they're going to bring in Michael B. Jordan.
I was gonna say I did hear rumors of Michael B.
Yeah. And after Sinners,
I'd be all for it.
Yeah, after Sinners, dude could fucking cash in as many checks as you want, and then make whatever other movies you want after that. Because dude, get paid.
Dude, you could easily do a Killmonger from a different timeline that.
It's comics. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah.
That didn't have the same horrible PTSD upbringing.
Yeah.
That our Killmonger had. You could totally make it work fucking easily.
Oh, actually, Killmonger's dad was the older brother, so he was raised to be king, and T'Challa is the one who went all crazy and tried to murder everybody.
Easy. Done.
Okay,
Done.
Story done. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But absolutely go see Thunderbolts. It's actually a very wonderful movie.
You just said it was out of theaters.
Yeah, what the fuck? Thank you. I was just gonna say that too.
When it comes out on streaming, fucking do it.
Yeah,
I don't know how
everybody,
it cost more than anything else on the planet, but somehow it did.
All right, everybody.
Yeah.
When it comes out to streaming, I want you all to go to the theaters and watch it. Okay.
Yeah.
Please head out.
Bring in
to
your
local
laptop.
theater.
Bring in your fucking iPad. Sit in the theater and watch it.
Why isn't that a thing? Why can't we rent a theater for 3 hours and just hook up our laptop or phone or whatever and stream whatever we want to watch on the big screen?
You can totally do that.
I already see an issue with this that could unexpectedly happen.
No adult content.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly my brain. Yeah. Yeah.
Define adult.
Insertion.
Swearing.
Okay. I was gonna say so I can't watch a Charlie Kaufman movie, but okay.
Basic Instinct and Beyond.
Okay. God, we haven't had any of those types of movies in so long. The fucking weird
it's all
sexual thrillers. Yeah.
Because those ones nowadays are all fucking rehashes of 3 of the same movies. They're just with different titles. Movies don't care no more. No one cares about. Oh my god, I could go down a whole.
It's because there's no fucking home video market anymore. Okay, they don't get a back end on it, so there's no reason, because it's not going to make money on streaming, and it's not going to make money at the box office. So there's no market for mid-range movies. And we're going too far. We've gone too far off the side quest. We are. Yeah. Let's talk about how fucking Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker were in the fucking crowd, and the crowd fucking hated them. Because fuck the Kardashians.
Dude, I hated it too. I'm sorry. Kourtney is the only cute one in my opinion.
None of them are. None of them are. They're all fucking horrible abomination goblins.
This is 2005, Derek speaking, when he was forced to watch the Kardashian show back then. Kourtney was the only real one at the time who we thought was real, in comparison. Obviously still a Kardashian, but in comparison, she seemed the most normal compared to the rest of her family, because she had a kid and shit. And she was like, I just need to raise my kid. Fuck all of you. No. This family, it doesn't. You marry into drama. Travis should have called it quits on drama the moment he survived that plane crash. I would have your luck's been you spent it, brother. Just don't get involved. Why?
Here's a new conspiracy theory for you. Just like Avril Lavigne, he actually died in the crash, and he's been replaced with a clone or a lookalike.
Paid for by the Kardashian.
Yes.
You would need less plastic surgery because of all the debt.
Yeah. They know a guy.
They know several guys.
You just reprint all the tattoos onto someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Avril never denies that she's a clone.
Mm.
She just lets it happen because more people probably go to see her at that point and give her money because they want to know.
Yeah.
I get it.
Anyway, Hollywood hated people. We also had Cena, Logan Paul taking on Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes in the main event.
God, why was okay? Can I just say something real quick, boys?
Yeah, get it off your
I
chest.
know I've got a lot of something.
We've had a lot of grievances today, okay?
Okay, this should not have been the main event,
Fuck
and yet
no.
this was the first
Fairly
time.
should have been a match.
Yeah.
We are lucky they didn't include Travis Scott, okay?
Okay, is this the first time that Jay got to main event a PLE now? Was this the time and it was this match?
I thought he was the main event at Saturday Night Main Event as the main event.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you know what? That's fine. I'll take that because if this was his first main event that he got to have fucking finally as a belt holder, dear Lord, was this not the fucking no. I hated this match. And nothing against Jay or fucking Cody, man. They were the highlights of this match.
No,
No,
okay,
they weren't.
so...
They were not there. The surprise guest was.
Well,
yeah.
I was gonna get to sometimes the truth will come out. You're right.
Yeah. And people wanted the truth. They've been chanting for the truth all week.
See what you did there?
Yeah. It's above his head, too, right now. Like, legitimately, I put that photo there at the start of this because I knew you were going to fucking do it. Look,
This match, god damn, this could have been on Raw.
this could have been a fucking email.
It could have been a house show.
Other than Cody and Jay basically carrying this goddamn match by getting their butts beat the whole time and trying to make these two look good.
Yeah.
And other than our surprise guest that we'll get to in a moment, there was only one other spot, boys, that I believe was actually a good spot. And I'm going to give credit to both of them, John Cena and Logan Paul. When they had their little tussle and it, like, you could feel the tensions rising, that was a good spot. I actually really enjoyed that moment. I think it kind of helped alleviate how shitty this match was.
Look, I'm going to say this. It is both a compliment and an insult. Logan Paul's just a fucking spot monkey, okay? That's all he is, okay? But he doesn't have the charm of the, like, PWG era Young Bucks to actually tie it into a whole match that makes sense, okay?
You're talking about where he caught the drone.
Yes.
And yes, I do believe that spot should have been reserved for Jey Uso. I think Jay should have caught the drone because it would have made more sense to have him kind of have it go around and then he says yeet as he lets go of the drone. It would have been really cool. But you're forced to be like with the Limelight Hog, fucking Logan Paul, who just can't help himself. But at least he took a beatdown from in that moment.
He took a beatdown in service of creating fucking viral moments. I mean, there was also the springboard moonsault to the announce table on the outside.
I think he legitimately knocked himself out, actually, on that one.
He did. His eyes did look a little bit glassy after he took that, didn't it?
So, yeah, when they showed him laying there on the ground, like, for, like, the 10, 15 seconds, he was not there. He wasn't there. And then all of a sudden, you see when he comes back and Logan Paul, the program starts up again.
Yeah. It's
Like-
we had to reboot.
Blue screen, blue screen, blue screen. All right, Windows.
He was staring off into space. Like, he wasn't breathing.
Yeah,
Like-
he was being abducted by aliens at that point to take him back to his home planet of inshitification. I
was so hoping that he was going to be stuck that way. Like, I was just like, please don't reprogram. Please don't start that back up.
God.
Just stay blue screen. Stay blue screen.
Have you seen the fucking clip of him on his stupid fucking reality show where he has a moment of clarity where he's like, oh, I'm going to be a dad. I'm going to have a daughter. I don't mean to be woke or nothing, but women have it kind of rough.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. The self-awareness is off the charts for Logan Paul finally.
He has helped perpetuate the misogyny that he is now realizing. Like, are
Yep.
you fucking kidding me? Don't get me wrong. We've all had a role to play in that misogyny, especially like in our age bracket. Grew up where it was still like the status quo to say some really awful shit and get away with it.
Dude, when we were fucking teenagers, there was The Man Show on Primetime Comedy Central. Late nights was nothing but fucking Girls Gone Wild, where it's just taking advantage of, you know, intoxicated women who are probably underage and being abused. And
So girls.
yeah, girls.
Typically,
Yes, girls. Yeah. Just, you know, taking advantage of, you know, the entire female gender, you know, just what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not saying it's perfect now, obviously, because everything
God, no.
going on in the last few years. But yeah, the fact that he voted for a man who is literally stripping rights away from women.
He platformed the motherfucker. Are you kidding me?
Like, all right,
Yeah.
all right. Well, maybe that means he is gonna have his own alien predator moment,
Oh, maybe.
just like Elon.
Do you think Logan Paul was also on the Epstein flight list?
I wish, but no.
No, he just had a name.
Well, actually, he. You know what? The age and timing kind of lines up. He might not have been a guest. He might have been on the other end of that, the younger end of
He might have been.
those flights.
Yeah, he could have been.
No, I just maybe he will have his own Elon moment and start saying like, this motherfucker's a PDF and all that now, and be like, he's against women.
We can
I don't
only
mean to
hope.
be woke, but I mean, if it takes a fucking chud like Logan Paul to make goddamn misogynists wake up, then fine, whatever. I hate it, but if that's what makes them kind of realize and have their we're the guys moment, I'll take.
Maybe we might get there, but
We won't, but
we have the consolation prize of a masked figure coming in to throw a beatdown on John Cena in the main event to reveal our boy Ron Killings has returned to a fucking full-time status, rightfully so, resetting the timeline and putting things back in place with the Infinity Stones.
okay.
Yep.
The actual conspiracy theorist time here. I think WWE realized the fuck they did
Yeah.
and said, whenever whoever does the signings, like goes to talk, like whichever lawyer it is, they're like, you get them to fucking sign. You throw whatever money you got to throw at the man. You get him to sign. We're about to lose the audience.
Yeah.
I feel like they just gave him whatever the fuck he wanted. And I also feel like he is going to get to be not necessarily a new character, but maybe a continuation of one.
So far, the early reports are he is going to be Ron Killings again.
Yes.
Not just R-Truth.
Well,
we'll see.
This is my thinking about it, though. Are we going to get conspiracy theorist R-Truth or Ron Killings?
Yeah.
Where it's like a continuation of that storyline that we never got to finish with him, but actually get to finish it now. But now is Ron Killings.
Yeah. I don't know. This is turning chicken salad into chicken shit in all-encompassing nature. Number one, huge mistake with the whole, not renewing Truth's contract. The backlash, not just from the audience, but also everyone backstage, because Truth has been known to be a bright spot in the company. Like, everybody fucking loves Truth. It's just what it is. Like, you can't hate the guy. He brightens everybody's day. He's fucking fantastic. And them realizing that, okay, we need to work to bring Truth back. And apparently they came to that conclusion like 72 hours within Money in the Bank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't care what fucking Triple H says in the press conference afterwards that, you believe what you want to believe, it, trying to pass it off as a fucking work. Motherfucker, you do not work the boys. Okay, that is rule number one. You do not work the locker room in wrestling, because that will get you a lot of hate from your talent, because no, you just don't do that. You don't lie to the people that, you know, you work with. It's just bad form.
Yeah, and the other reason I would say it's not like this was actually real was that a lot of talent started doing some protest stuff, like removing WWE from their bios.
That's misinformation.
Oh,
yeah. Miz was like, no, dude, that's not true. That wasn't there at all.
Oh,
And yeah, Gunther, same deal. Like that's just people making things up on the internet.
oh, because it came from a few of those that are more reputable. If
it was Lucha Blog, it's bullshit.
Oh no, it was not.
Yeah,
Lucha.
yeah. Sportskeeda, bullshit. Like all that. Like, you know.
No, it wasn't. I mean, I think they talked about it too.
Yeah.
I don't usually look to them for stuff.
Yeah. Should not. But yeah, no, that was just shenanigans.
I think back to the match though. I think
Mm-hmm.
this is obviously, you know, rewriting or like correcting history, correcting the timeline, but I feel like this is a moment where you really can have Truth take the belt off of Cena if you wanted to go that way.
At the very least, he can be a tool to actually do the, you know, face turn back.
Yeah. I think you need R-Truth to keep John Cena's character as it is now watchable. Because goddamn, do I not enjoy these.
I feel bad because Cena was always, you know, like Super Cena back in the day. And it's become apparent that he was not speaking hyperbolically when he said that he can't really go anymore. Like,
well, yeah, and I think that's why they wrote into the character him not really doing much, not caring about showing off. Like now it's just, I'm just gonna hurt him.
Yeah, this is what it is. But there is very obviously like two paths forward for turning Cena back towards face if they want to go that route. I'm sure there's gonna be a different route, but feuding with Logan Paul, great way to get people to fucking cheer him again. Getting R-Truth back, another great way to either perpetuate the heel turn or start facilitating the face turn.
Yeah, at the very least, a way to write like the ending to Cena's career if you want it, like with having R-Truth or Ron take the belt off of him, and that's the epilogue.
Mm-hmm.
How you know, going out on his back and everything.
Yeah.
It'd be fun that way, but I don't think that's going to happen. I feel like it's going to be Cody that ends up finally taking the belt off of Cena after all this back and forth for months on end.
I mean, he's a great fucking face of the company. There's no denying it.
Oh yeah. Well, because otherwise then you actually have to do the inevitable rivalry that everybody's always wanted between R-Truth and Cody. Like that's a scary proposition. You don't want to go down that road of two most likable characters having to face off.
There's also the thing that is continuously been teased this entire time that we've yet to have a taste, and that's Punk going up against the bald fraud John Cena.
That too.
Yeah,
that too.
They keep just little bits here and there. Like Punk, the story since he's got back to WWE is like, okay, I finished off that personal feud. My eyes on the championship. Gets sidetracked by another feud. Just what happens over and over again.
Yeah, I feel like they're Stretch Armstronging fucking Punk still because they're worried about the tricep. They're like, no.
He's been good for like a full year now, it seems like.
That's what he keeps telling him.
Yeah.
No, I swear I'm good. We could do this match. Oh man, what a hard match. He's rubbing his tricep, guys. He's rubbing his tricep.
Why don't you go sit down for a week? No, I'm good to go. 2 weeks. Gotcha. Sit down for 2 weeks.
Here, why don't you go? Why don't you go feud with Austin Theory now? Here.
Yeah. Oh God.
He's so mad. He's so mad.
Here, we'll bring Drew back from vacation, real quick.
Yeah.
Why don't you focus on him again for a little while?
God.
No, they're gonna do that up until the end.
Yeah.
And then we'll get a week-long rivalry between them two, and it'll be rushed. And
Yeah.
it'll end in Punk being just fucking disappointed in Cena and being like, I expected a good match out of you, and this is what you give me?
Punk's
You hit
one
me
of
with
those
the belt, bitch?
Punk's one of those guys where like he can make it work though. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, like he's wrestled with worst wrestlers and put on great shows. Like he can do it.
Oh, he could. Yeah. I just feel like we would be given a disservice for
Oh,
not
yeah.
getting like a good rivalry out of it.
Oh, absolutely. Like this is something that they could have stretched out of 6 months, but they won't because Cena's wasting fucking dates having a tag team match with Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. CM Punk faces off against John Cena for the belt. John Cena whallops CM Punk with the belt after waiting 12 minutes for Travis Scott to get down to the ring. He's pinning him.
No. Oh, keep going. Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm not done.
Okay.
He starts pinning Punk. Everybody's freaking out. And then you hear a, oh my God. And you see this shining belt come out of nowhere, just spinning. Just wallop Cena in the bald spot of his head. And it's fucking R-Truth with the fucking spinner belt coming in from the rafters.
Can I make an amendment to that?
Sure.
Metro Boomin comes out from the crowd to take out Travis Scott.
Thank you. I would love that. Yes, actually, thank you. Can it be real, though? Not just like WWE. Like, he just takes out Travis Scott forever.
Yeah. No, he just fucking kneecaps him and then executes him in the center of the ring.
We find out that Metro Boom is part of the TVA, and he just kind of taps him lightly with that thing.
Erases him from
Dusted.
existence.
Yeah.
Oh,
thank you.
yeah. But that's Money in the Bank.
It'll still take 12 minutes, though, Travis
Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah, we're booking for SummerSlam.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Money in the Bank.
Yeah, that's Money in the Bank. Couple other things that happened this week. There's a new class from WWE's Next in Line, the NIL, that includes Scott Steiner's son, Brock Reichsteiner, Mark Henry's son, Jacob Henry, and Titus O'Neil's kid, Taji Bullard. So we are getting some new nepotism rising in WWE, and I mean, Braun Breaker was a great fucking, signing. We'll see if they can continue that with Brock Steiner. Who knows what they're gonna name him, but probably equally terrible.
What was his middle name?
Who?
What? Brock? What you said?
Hank.
Brock Rocksteiner.
Rock. Oh.
Brock.
Okay.
B with a B.
Brock,
Yes.
and then something Steiner. What's the middle part?
No. It's Rocksteiner.
Oh,
That's the last name.
Whew, okay, because I heard a word and I didn't like it. Wait a second. We have to have a very, very different conversation now. But no, we're good.
No.
We're good.
He thought he said Cockshiner.
He did.
Yes. Yes.
Also could be true.
I mean, I have to assume that, he was eating cock soup one day and goes, you know what? That's a good name for a boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very strong name, very girthy name.
It's an important name. I mean, it's a veiny, triumphant bastard. But also there was the craziest fucking thing of WWE fans and psychos going hand in hand of a straight up stalker being arrested outside the PC this week with multiple bags of evidence being taken by police officers. This was during an episode of NXT, and apparently it was somebody looking for Liv Morgan.
Yeah, I remember hearing something about her having a stalker.
Yeah. Not the first instance of a stalker getting too close to wrestlers. Unfortunately, there was that moment with Sonya Deville back in the day. But Jesus Christ, can you people be normal for once?
God,
Just all I'm
seriously.
asking for here. Just be fucking
nice.
normal.
I like, don't get me wrong. I understand like parasocial relationships can sometimes kind of go crazy in people's brains when they don't have actual relationships in their lives to kind of ground them. not saying that's necessarily the case, but that seems to always kind of be the case. Like these people are loners, never have any friends or family that can really be like, hey, fucking weird.
Yeah.
Maybe don't do that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like if you're ever feeling like, you know what, I need to go find my most favorite celebrity and bring all this bag of goodies for them to see. Don't.
No,
Just don't. Go see a movie instead.
Go
With
to,
not that person.
Yeah, go to your local game shop, learn a new game. You know, take up Magic the Gathering or Warhammer or D&D. Go to the gym, take better care of yourself. You know.
If you're new to it, scratch off Warhammer 40k. That's gonna be too much. Do something smaller to start.
I'm trying to keep them occupied, okay? I'm trying to take up as much of their time as possible. Learn to cook. Learn to cook. Do that.
No,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Warhammer 40k though, there's community. Like a lot of these like game nights and stuff at the board game places will do like Warhammer night and stuff. It's a way to, you know, make some friends and actually have some people who will tell you, hey, don't fucking do that.
Yeah, don't just jump into the rule books on your own though. Like
No.
you're gonna be like, this doesn't make any sense. No idea what you're talking about. What do you mean I'm rolling 120 d6?
Sadly
Yep.
true.
And no, so many dice.
No.
Why are these drop troopers behind my front line?
What do you mean I spent $250 and I only have a 200-point army and I need 1,000 points? And I have to still paint them all?
Oh, God. That's it. I'm switching to Imperial Guard.
Orcs. Orcs for life.
Yeah, we can make things out of fucking the old discarded like deodorant tubes and shit. It'll work.
Not only that, yeah. Well, I was gonna say because isn't it with the orcs like they just have to think of something and it's true. Like
Well,
they don't realize that you need
anymore.
oxygen in your ship to fly around, but
It's-
they don't.
40k orcs do photosynthesis. That's why they're green.
Yeah, I mean, they're
Yeah,
basically
they
spores.
can. Yeah,
Look, it's bitten that like it's not so much magic and like it's a gestalt field that they like unconsciously tap into. It's just it's their power of belief. Like they don't consciously do these things. They just believe it, and it's very convoluted, but works, but also is amazing because orcs rule.
That's what I was gonna say though. If they had actually realized you need oxygen on a ship to travel, there would be issues because they don't know that, so they don't need it.
Yeah, they just painted it red to make it go faster.
Which actually makes it go faster.
Yeah.
Like a cartoon walking off a cliff. As long as you don't look down, you don't know.
Yeah,
It's fine. You can back up. You'll be just good.
yeah.
It's like Looney Tunes physics, but better.
Yep.
Yep,
Because they all have Cockney accents.
they do.
Yeah.
They do have Cockney accents.
Yeah. Speaking of surprise debut at NXT this week, Miss Mariah May, who made
Yes,
not so much of a surprising debut because we all fucking saw it coming.
yeah, because it was telegraphed like a lot.
Like her entire career.
Yep.
Good for her though.
Yes, good for her. I hope for the best for her there.
Yeah.
I feel like she'll do better than Ricky Saints.
Well, Ricky Saints was he injured too recently?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got
I
like
believe so.
a concussion or something.
Something where he can't wrestle right now.
Yeah. I was gonna say hopefully not as good as Ethan Page.
No, of course not.
Yeah, because it's rough.
No, I think she'll dominate wrestling in that federation. So give her a year.
Hopefully so. They're pulling all the female wrestlers from NXT and moving them up to the main show. So they need to refill those ranks.
Yeah.
She's one of those that'll blast through just like Stephanie Vakir. So
Yeah.
she had a way with the crowd at AEW. So I can only see the same thing.
Great work too.
Yep.
Oh.
But yeah.
Yeah. I think that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast. I'd like to thank you for joining us Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all engagement, hit all the buttons. There's new links in the description, not just for our merch store, which has fantastic products, but also for our new Discord and our subreddit. Also, occasionally you might see us streaming on Twitch at Night Off Pod and Night Off Baldman on Twitch. Occasionally here and there, whenever we get the opportunity. Derek's pointing to his bald head, really embracing it. You fraud.
You have to embrace the baldness. You know what? Ricochet.
Yeah, he showed you the way.
He did. Now I just need to go fight a one-legged man and take his prosthetic leg.
Oh, God,
and I'll be completing the cycle.
Such a great
I'm
moment.
waiting for your debate against hair lacquer.
Are those billboards still up? Are they
They are
up?
still up,
Yes,
buddy.
they are,
My
yes.
They are
God.
still up.
Oh, Jesus. It's been a fucking decade.
this is such a
Hyper
fucking
local.
deep cut.
Hyper
Such
local.
a deep cut. So for any of you who don't know, Brian Urlacher used to play for the Chicago Bears. He was a beast, but he kept getting injured every time he stepped out on the goddamn field near the end of his career. And he was the big old bald girthy boy.
Yeah, he was.
And then met the man actually at Six Flags years back when he was still a big old bald girthy boy. He dropped like 50 pounds of muscle and gained like 4 pounds of hair on top.
Yeah.
They took the excess skin from the loss of muscle and they just turned it into hair and put it up here and they massaged it through.
I think they
Because
just,
science.
yeah, they shaved a silverback gorilla to put it on his head because it's the only thing genetically close to him. Man's a beast.
God, it is a horrible hair too. It
It's
looks
so bad.
so fake,
So
goddamn fake.
Oh, God.
God,
I love it.
God, that
Especially on a giant billboard.
seriously, we
50 of
need to
them.
get
50 of those fuckers.
any of you night shifters at home. Throw it in the Discord or on Reddit. The billboard. I'll see if I can remember to throw it in there. Like, god damn, is it bad?
I love it. I
Big
love
old
it.
girthy boy.
Oh, but let's do ourselves a favor and let's say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Buenas noches, night shift.
We want
Title
truth.
card.
He got it. He got it.
I was gonna do the same.
Oh.
You did it.